What is up, all you gamers? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. If you notice something missing, well, it's not that much. It's just Hunter, who missed the biggest week we have probably ever seen here at Esports and Gaming, or at least in a long time. So I hope you guys all enjoy. This episode will probably be a little shorter, but a heck of a lot better without someone like him. But as always, hope you guys all enjoy. Let's get into it. One of the bigger stories this past week is a follow-up on the Save the Kids scandal. Yes, FaZe Clan has yet to unsuspend any of those members, but will probably not be letting one of them back in, that being K, who has gone on to investigate himself. If you guys want to check out his full video, I also encourage you to check out the response, which was made by CoffeeZilla, now his fourth video on the subject, really kind of just refuting a lot of the things that K said in his episode. But if you guys want to go check it out, as K and his people went on to investigate himself, and they found him apparently not guilty. The overall premise of K's video trying to paint Sam Pepper as the ultimate bad guy and K as, hey, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know anything. I give away a lot of money.
Man, whenever I get charged with a crime, I always ask the police if I can investigate myself. It's always a go-to move.
Guys, before you do your thing.
Before you do anything, let me assure you, I hired some guys, and it's all fine.
I looked into myself, and I'm pretty sure I'm looking clean.
It's bad when Coffee has to compare hiring your own detectives to being, like, Dream's Harvard astrophysicist.
Yeah, but I do love the reference in gaming. Now, again, I encourage you guys to watch the full videos because K trying to paint someone else as the bad guy, that's not to say Sam Pepper's innocent in any light. It seems what we have here is two very guilty figures who were likely heavy-handed behind this project, that being Save the Kids, and they're just trying to paint each other as the fall guy. Also, Coffee talking about giveaway fraud. There are a handful of winners of the past of these giveaways for these crypto pump and dumps that have won multiple giveaways. Not to mention, K never addresses the individual accusations of which he's been accused a handful or more of. He actually in his video said, didn't address them, but instead goes, I take on those past deals because they have giveaways and I give away a lot of money, not touching on anything that Coffee said individually. And he also goes on to talk about the money that he lost. Coffee refutes this by saying the money he lost, which is supposedly $37,000, is actually correlated to the $55,000 he put into the project because it was given to a place where after fees, when you withdraw that $55,000, after fees, it becomes ironically $37,000, which is what he claims he lost from this. Apparently that fee he can come and get back anytime he wants to. Along with that, though, the main things being he does not really address anything. He tries to paint someone else as the fall guy, does all of this against legal advice, and he's also disproven on several things he throws out there to accuse Sam Pepper of as just simply not being true. There's a wallet he showed in his video that he claimed Sam Pepper owned of $170,000. Coffee went and talked to the guy, and it's not Sam Pepper. He also accuses Sam Pepper of controlling the pre-sale wallets or maybe owning a lot of them. Coffee also says that's not true. Calls up with a lot of those wallet owners are actually real people and not Sam Pepper. So refuting a lot of the evidence, Coffee just goes on to claim that we have two bad guys here, Sam Pepper and K. Does he have any chance to get back into FaZe? I sure hope not, but I'm sure we'll have updates for you guys sometime in the future. And a big old spicy story from earlier in the week that we were a bit late on, but I wanted to touch on because the Apex Legends community is freaking crazy, all right? We got streamers staying up for 54 plus hours straight, other streamers trying to do the same feat. I mean, it's pretty crazy the things going on. And of course, with the stir of the meta out there going towards Apex Legends as we await Halo and maybe a Warzone anti-cheat, someone like Courage has also taken friendly to the game and gone on his mission to achieve Predator rank in Apex Legends, which he did over the past week or so, and has now been accused of being carried. This story is a heck of a lot of back and forth, as Courage one day posted that he had achieved Predator rank and he had solo and duo queued the entire way, which sequentially was followed up by him kind of teasing the community with further posts, calling them all trash and talking to all of his haters, and eventually leading to a good old Reddit hate thread towards Courage being carried and lying in his tweet about doing so.
I love Jack. I really do. I love the guy, you know. But I don't care if I'm on stream in front of 50,000. I don't care if it's him and me hipping a tequila. I'm gonna tell him you got carried.
And for a while there, he was basically a member of the TSM Apex team because he was playing with Vis, he was playing with Tanner. Like, he was he had trio queued a lot of that, and a lot of the other players were either pros or they were Apex level players in the previous season.
Yeah, a big old portion of this was actually brought from Nicewig and Tanner. So you got some Predator players, but also some former and/or current players that are the pro players, I should say, helping you along the way. So I kind of like it because these kind of topics are really back and forth. It's either the volatile Reddit responses or Courage's fan base responses, and you kind of just try and ride the line. So it's really great when someone like Nickmercs, who, like you said, he took to stream. He said, I love Jack. I love Courage. I don't care if I'm sipping a good old alcoholic beverage with him or if we're doing whatever. I'll tell him face to face that he was carried. I mean, my oh my, PD boy, we just had, it's a hectic week. All of this dropping within 48 to 72 hours of itself, not to mention all the esports stories. Dr. Disrespect comes out, and let's just say it, right? He says, looks at camera, that he's suing the F out of Twitch. Along with it, you and me talked long about this one. A supposed 8-figure deal is what it costed him, and he now does know the reason. For the past several months, he apparently knows the reason why he was banned, and it just, I mean, all heck broke loose when this clip.
But a lot of people ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why now. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the out of him.
He gets real deep and almost like depressed on stream, talking about all the big brands that like won't work with him because of the, that lingering doubt over like, what's the doc ban? Could it be something really bad? Like, we don't know. And how that's hurt him financially, that he's making a quarter of what he made on Twitch now on YouTube, and that's wild to me.
Yeah, because he talks about Nike or Disney or any brands. When you Google Dr. Disrespect for the past year, what's one of the first things that comes up? The giant
our video, probably.
Yeah,
probably our video.
The giant question mark. Why is he banned? No one wants to attach themselves to a giant mystery that no one can really speak on. And like you said, not just sponsors, partners, deals out there, but blacklisting from events. He can't stream with people. Obviously, it's going to be pretty hard not to be upset about this. I can't imagine from his perspective, but it also leads you to wonder what exactly. Again, he didn't say the reason. Apparently, he can't say the reason, but maybe something is now finally in motion because it seemed like a really random day to speak up about this. Also, remember back to the time where he bragged about maybe having a bigger deal than Ninja, I believe is correct. And
yeah, and at 8 figures, if it's so 8 figures, the minimum he could have been making was $5 million a year. That would be like, it could be anything. It could be 10 million a year. It could be 15 a year. And if it was something really high, all of a sudden, then maybe Doc's theory about them not wanting to pay it out being one of the primary reasons has some validity to it. But it's got to be something that Doc feels comfortable enough taking to court. So that's a big deal, because that, while it doesn't completely rule it out, that does kind of paint it as maybe not being something like illegal or like illicit, something that would really hurt his brand.
Yeah, so Dr. Disrespect is now suing Twitch. We don't know the reason yet, but I think we can all agree that we hope that this means something publicly is coming soon. And will the world ever find out? We do not know, but Doc is very upset about it, and we'll see if he actually takes Twitch to court. This is actually one of my favorite topics throughout the past week, and you guys also enjoyed the discussion, because when someone as big as Nickmercs speaks out against Call of Duty and the way things were handled with the anti-cheat, well, people do listen. Now, I don't want to rile anybody up that he was complaining about paying $60 for the next Call of Duty. I think the angle of his complaint when he took to stream was actually, okay, we have to wait for an anti-cheat to come with the new Call of Duty, and we have to pay that $60 to then get that anti-cheat, and we still have to wait the 3 months to freaking get it. Obviously, it's now taken what, Warzone over 2 years to finally get this.
Bro, all right. So anti-cheat's coming, huh? But you're gonna announce it during your new game, or when your new game drops. All right, got it.
By the way, World War II setting, Nick hates it, and I kind of agree. Like, I have nightmares growing up as a kid hearing that pa-ting every time someone just blasted me in the head with a carbine.
When he did that noise,
so much.
Pa-ting! And then Tim goes, "That's the best noise ever."
I can't stand
Which
it.
I almost lean towards as a kid. That I kind of agree. But either way, it brings up the great point, because for me, I agree with him that this was a huge promotion for the new Call of Duty title and the new whatever update comes to Warzone. It was a big tagline in all bold: anti-cheat coming, which is something that you expect to be with your game, something that you probably should already have or should have had since the launch almost 2 years ago.
If you have to advertise that you're bringing anti-cheat in, that's never a great sign.
Yeah, I know. And so I think that's why he took it as, okay, that's kind of a weird thing. Like, we're looking forward to a new Call of Duty. We shouldn't having to be paid $60. I mean, yes, for the Call of Duty, but not for the anti-cheat to finally be here.
Yeah. And I think he's also kind of afraid that with a new map coming and the World War II setting, he's going to get stuck having to play a World War II style Warzone on the new map, and that's just going to be like his nightmare.
I mean, a brand new Call of Duty, a brand new Warzone, I guess you could say. If you are a cheat maker or cheat developer, you want to be the one to crack this because, I mean, you also stand to make bank from it.
Yeah. It's going to get cracked. One way or the other, it's going to get cracked.
There's going to be cheat.
You just got to hope that it's going to be a couple months. That's the best you can hope for.
Yeah, we will see if it works. What are you guys excited for the new Call of Duty Vanguard? Nickmercs says, though, well, kind of disappointing that you got to pay money to finally get an anti-cheat. Man, P, I'm so lucky that we played a small part in this one because it's the return of Daequan And Hamlinz that people did not see coming, us included. It was just, I mean, tremendously done. Huge shouts to NRG. If you guys have missed all of the announcements up to this point, it was hectic, right? You had the posters posted all around LA. You had a billboard here in Las Vegas, which we found, which was so fun to do an awkward live reporting for 60 seconds from it and go out there and shoot in front of some friendly Las Vegas citizens. And then you have this stream start up, this mysterious stream of that same billboard, which concludes with an awesome clip of what seems to be a group of NRG members or future members, and what also seems to be Daequan And Hamlinz masked up. They break the van window and they freaking say they're back. I mean, 16 months later, and all of a sudden Daequan And Hamlinz out of nowhere, bye TSM, NRG, here we are.
That's a huge thing too, is like they not only left TSM, they left their boy Myth. They left Coach Myth.
I know.
Over on The Trio's Gone. It's all about the new guys. It's all about NRG. And by the time this comes out, it'll be all about the Thum house.
Yeah, so
they're Thuman.
Yeah, they are definitely Thuman. Another thing they mentioned in their live stream, and sorry to cut you off there, because it seems by the point this video goes live, we'll have a lot more updates on NRG Daequan and NRG Hamlinz, which should be their own house, I believe, here in Vegas as well. And of course, joining NRG, and we'll be back to streaming and hopefully making content, and we'll have a content house. I mean, when you're NRG, and yes, you're largely known for your Fortnite side of things, and I hope they can continue to expand other areas as well. This is so exciting. This is one of the biggest announcements, I would say the biggest announcement we have seen for esports signings the entire year, and the way they did it just deserves so much credit. As per usual, hope you guys all enjoy the Respawn recap. We'll hit you back here next time. Hopefully Hunter might be back, and there won't be well, actually, I guess I hope there will be this many big stories. It was probably the biggest week we have seen throughout the entire year. What did you guys think about it? And as per usual, I'll catch you back here next time. Okay, bye.